when the pressure hits or when it is stressful, what do you do about that? How do you take care of yourself? How do you not take that home with you?
So I actually learned a trick from one of my mentors. That they told me a story that like ER people, when before they go into a massive crisis situation, they actually stop and then they deep breathe like 5 seconds, and then they hold their breath for 5 seconds, and then they exhale for 5 seconds, and they do that 5 times before, and it actually clears their mind and it calms them down, so that they can assess the situation and deal with it. And at first I was like, that doesn't sound like it works, but it actually
works. It works. Yeah, it works.
It actually really works, and it actually puts away a lot of that fear that you have, especially like if you go out to events that you're not comfortable with, or like talking, like right now. Anything that you think that you need a little bit moment of just kind of like, let me get my stuff together. I think that really helps. Anything else? I use the Calm app. I love the app. I just discovered it.
I love that app. My husband's like, that's for you. Yeah.
So I'm really into that app. I mean, I don't really like the whole meditation for too long, but the 15 minutes I can do.
Yeah.
So that helps.
I really just like to get into myself, however I can do that. I'm not great at meditating. I can't quiet my mind. I'm certainly trying because I understand the importance of it, but that's something that's been really difficult for me.
I fall asleep if I do it too long.
Really? Gosh, I
But I
am
fall asleep
very
all the time.
jealous
I'm
right now.
a tired person.
But I find music helps me. So if I put on a song that really speaks to my soul or what I'm going through, that helps get me into like my spirit, into my temple. I'll repeat a mantra, if you will, or an affirmation, but something that I truly believe about myself, not what I want to believe about myself, right? To really just get myself centered and in the moment. Breathing isn't easy for me, if I'm honest, because I forget to do that. But if I really just get tapped in and tuned in and turned on to this, then I can be present in the moment.
So mine is working out. I need to sweat. I need to hit it hard. I need to work out so bad that I might feel like I might puke. But then I always feel better. I feel like almost like my soul is cleansed. And then I also do this weekly thing where I fast all day on Monday, and I call that like my reboot day. So I only do like water with lemon, and then if I get through the whole day, then I have tea. And so that's like my day to mentally cleanse, physically cleanse. It's almost like a spiritual thing for me at this point. So just different things that I do.
So, I think all of us are curious seeing you now and not really knowing your journey. Seeing you now, we can't imagine that there was ever a moment of despair or thinking that, everything was going to fall apart. But have you ever had one of those moments? What was your lowest moment in your career, and how did you make it through?
That's like every other day. Being an entrepreneur, it really is every other day. There are good days, and every day when it's bad, you feel like that's the worst day ever. But it's not. And I tell myself mentally, okay, this is the worst day ever. Okay, but I'm just gonna go to sleep, and tomorrow it'll be all fresh again. I get a new start. So no, I don't think there's particularly one day that I felt like it was really, really horrible. It's just that there are going to be a couple of days, and pretty frequently, and as long as you're mentally prepared, you're fine. Yeah.
Thoreau has an interesting quote, and I'm not going to get it right now, so look it up. But something along the lines of the path to success and the path of failure look exactly the same. It's how far you walk it, right?
I like that.
So yeah, because you are going to have those bad days,
Yes.
and you might have that bad moment every single day, every step of that journey, right? It's good, it's bad, there's a rock in the road, there's a detour, whatever it is, because the path to failure and the path to success look exactly the same, but how far you walk it.
I agree.
Till you get that destination, right? So the lowest point for me is like 5 years ago I had this life-altering accident. Left me without the use of my left arm and hand for years. Totally sidetracked my career, couldn't work. I was a full-time patient. And I thought my life was over. I thought for sure. I mean, I was making a living as a model, like people taking my picture. I was walking runways. I was going to be this talk show host. I had these big dreams. Now I have a dead arm attached to me. Like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I have to go to physical therapy day in and day out. How can I do this? I didn't look like myself. I didn't feel like myself. I was on these crazy medications. I thought for sure it was over. And I made a promise to myself. And the promise was just to get through it. Get to the light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what's at the end of the tunnel, just get there. And then I got there, because you always do. And then I told myself, okay, now just get ready. Because I don't know what's next. I didn't expect this. I certainly did not expect this. Nobody would, right? But I got ready. And when I got ready, there was opportunity and a little bit of luck. And I was determined and I was prepared. And I failed and I kept going. And that's what got me there. But I never would have expected that crossroads. There's always a crossroads, though, right?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So I'll reference back to myself when I had back to the family life career. So when you first have your kids, you're like all in, and it's all about them and it's great. And you don't even have a name anymore. You're like Devon's mom, Nala's mom, right? So you're like, okay. So you kind of lose yourself. You kind of lose that. You like stop dressing up. You stop wearing heels because you're just all into your kids because they're all going to Harvard, right? And so you have to invest. You have to invest all this time, and they have to be on like the top preschool list, and they have to have, the great friends, and they have to do all the park dates. And you can't miss any mommy days, and you have to be a perfect mom. So you forget your dreams, and you forget your goals, and you forget yourself. Sorry. And so there came a time where I was like, okay, this is really fun, but where do I fit in all of this? And so I had to come out of that and see the light again and remember what were the things that I wanted for myself. And so then I started to meet other women the same way, other people that became my community, and also being like, I can be an amazing mother, I can be an amazing wife, and I can be an entrepreneur. And when I was able to put all those things together, I was definitely a more complete me. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, alternatively, was there a moment along your journey where you really realized that you could do this? Can you share that moment, or if there was
Again, every other day. No, I think for me, I wasn't, I had a very successful business that was 22 years. So when I had to start all over from scratch and do Kollectin, it was really hard to wrap your mind around it. Like starting all over, doing the whole entrepreneurial thing from scratch, building up the whole business. It was a very daunting task, but you put your mind to it. you mentally have to prepare yourself, and then you get through it.
For me, it was this beautiful epic week of the daytime Emmys this past year, and I showed up and they invited me to the Style Lounge, and it sounds fabulous, and it was. It was in this penthouse, and I showed up, and they were expecting me, and I was like, wow, they're expecting me, and there was champagne, and there were 5 designers, and they wanted to gown me out and glam me up. And they gave me a pair of shoes that was more beautiful than any pair of shoes I've ever seen. I had that Sarah Jessica Parker moment where I was like, hello, beautiful. And then I panicked. I mean, full on, cold sweat, sit down there like, can I get you some water? And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, this is for me? What? And I was looking around, and it was all the women on daytime television that I had been watching for years. The girls from The Talk, the girls from The Real. Lonnie Love is there, and she's telling me that dress looks good. And I am right where I was invited to be. I was right where I was meant to be and right where I belonged. And I panicked. Somebody's gonna tell me to get out of here but I was supposed to be there, and it was this incredibly humbling, and I was incredibly honored just to be a part of that. And I got to experience the whole week and interview people that I have admired and that their careers have been inspirations for mine, and to be a part of that with them, alongside them, was truly humbling.
That's amazing. Yeah, you, like she said, every other day you're like, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I going to do this? Am I going to really continue this? And you just have to push through. You just have to know that you're worthy. You have to know that there's going to be ups and downs. You have to create a team that believes in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. I think that's what's most important for me with my team and my community and my family, of course, is that they believe and breathe life into you, even when you don't believe it. And they're like, I see the vision. And you're like, oh, you see it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, you see it? It's right there? Okay, I see it now. And they really bring it to fruition for you. So like you were saying before, make sure you have people who really believe in you and want you to win. See, in my circle, I want everybody to win. What I call it, when I eat, you eat. And my girls know that. So if I ride for you and you ride for me, there's nothing that can stop us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Okay, and what is the message message you think your industry needs to hear or embrace the most?
Actually, in fashion, it's quite of a problem right now because as the retail stores are disappearing and it's the emergence of e-commerce, but it's rather than bringing people together, it's actually bringing people apart. So as a designer, you're starting out in the industry, it's like, where do I sell to? I mean, in the past, I could grab my line, put it in a suitcase, go to New York, go to a trade show and get orders. Nowadays, there's no such thing. I mean, there's a trade show, but there's nobody there, so what's the point? If you're not established, no chain stores will look at you because they don't want to take a risk on you. So as a new designer, it's really a disservice what the internet and all the technology has brought for the industry. So you end up seeing a lot of big companies who've been around. So my journey and my kind of big dream is I really want to bring fashion innovation back again so that the young designers, the new and upcoming designers can showcase their talent. Otherwise they'll just die. I mean, I can't design everything. And and honestly, I love to design for 18-year-olds, but people always tell me as I age, my collection ages. So if we don't bring new talent, then there's nothing new for the market. So for me, fashion innovation is very important to be able to mentor new talent, to really be able to bring up new designers, to make sure that fashion moves ahead and not get killed by technology. And that's also one of the reasons why I think it's very important to have a safe place or platform that actually cherishes that and nurtures that.
I think for me in entertainment is that everybody remembers that your uniqueness is enough, right? So you always will be everything you need to accomplish your goals, fulfill the desires of your heart. It doesn't have to be Angelina Jolie's heart, right? Like you do you, and you show up and be the best you, and that's all you need to. That's all you need.
And in event planning, I think just bringing your own special talents to it, I don't think you need like a team of 50 people. Like it could just be you and 5 people. And you can make anything happen. Sometimes you doubt yourself because you don't have a big firm behind you or whatever. But really, if you want to do it, you can go on Pinterest. You can go on YouTube. You can Google it. If you don't know it, your partner can know it. If that partner doesn't know it, another partner knows it. And then branch out. And I'm very big on networking. So if I don't know how to do it, I'll just sublet it out to somebody else, and I'll tell them, teach me how to do it next time, and then they'll do it, and we'll learn from each other. But I think don't be afraid to network with other people, because that's how you really grow, and you learn things that you would never learn, and they take a chance on you. Thank you, Kollectin. And so they do things for you that you would never be able to do on your own. And they bring different ideas and challenges to you that you didn't even know that you could accomplish, and it just makes you soar and makes your resume look amazing.
And to add to that, and to all the women and all the, not just women, men and women, I don't want to discriminate, but who are starting out, I think a lot of it is you have a bit of an ego issue. Like you're afraid to ask people because you're afraid people will say no. But honestly, I think the biggest hurdle to get over is yourself. If you ask people, most people will tell you and will share with you. So it's learning how to ask. And if you take that to heart, you'll really succeed in everything you do, because if you ask for help, if you ask for advice, if you ask for what you want, you'll get what you want. It's just so that easy. Right?
And also as the universe, because the universe is listening. God is listening. Whatever you want to believe, it's listening, right? There's an energy out there, so just ask for it, put it out there.
That's so true. Even if you don't tell anybody, even you just say it out loud in your bedroom, it's really crazy. I say stuff all the time, and it comes true, and I'm like, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your visions and your dreams for each of your industries. All of them are so different, and we got to hear a little bit about all of them. I'm curious, why does Kollectin fit in with your different industries? Why does Kollectin fit in with your lifestyle?
Well, for me, honestly, I just really felt like I needed to create a platform or something where women can really be entrepreneurial any way they want to be. I mean, with all that technology, we're actually getting pulled apart, and I wanted a technology that wasn't pulling women apart but bringing them together, sharing, connecting, and being just kind of a community. And And on top of that, I mean, women shop best with each other. So why aren't we shopping with each other? Why are we, you know, going somewhere to do all this research to buy from some stranger? Why aren't we buying from ourselves or our friends or an influencer that I trust? You know, I mean, it should be that. It should be a community built on trust. I mean, if you're going to shop and spend money, you want to shop it where you trust the advice that's coming from. So that's why Kollectin came about. Really, that is just like truly, it's kind of crazy. People go, that's so lofty. I'm like, no, it's not lofty. It's the truth. You know, people love, like when I tell them, I got this, I found this, and this is the newest, hottest thing, and all my girlfriends get it. And that satisfaction inside me, that's what drives me to have Kollectin. Because I want every woman who loves to be entrepreneurial to feel that, like, hey, I can suggest people like the newest designers, the newest styles, the newest jewelry. I'm myself an influencer, or I can influence. You don't have to be a quote unquote influencer. You just be a woman who influences, and that's a great feeling, being a woman who you can influence things. You know, so that's why I created Kollectin.
And that's exactly why I'm part of the community.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who doesn't love jewelry and handbags and clothing? I mean, Kollectin's gonna be off the charts, and who doesn't want to be a part of that, and who doesn't want to have an amazing mentor, and who doesn't want to drive Mariana crazy? I text her every day, I love you, girl. And you know, I just have all these ideas, and she's always like, what do you guys think about that? And I love that she actually wants to hear what we have to say. And she lets us direct her photo shoots, and our amazing photographer here / moderator. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's amazing that she's like, okay, here, this is what I want. You guys go for it. She doesn't micromanage. They're like always happy to see us. They want to know, they want us to grow, and they want us to win. And I think that that's amazing, because she could be like, I'm just going to win, and y'all going to work for me. You know, she's like, no, I want you to win. I want you to win. And I want this to be amazing for everybody. So I think that,
together.
yeah, exactly. So I love that. I love that.